Welcome to 2K. And let's go straight.
Thank you.
All right, David. And Kevin, your time with the Celtics, you had the big three. The big four, even when you consider Rajon Rondo, there had to be a leader. I know you guys all deferred to Paul because he was there.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing about it, though. We all shared in different types of leadership. Paul Pierce was a great leader in all that what you possess. I was more vocal and more energetic. Ray was more wise and more of a wording and understanding of concept and what we were all there for, and constant reminding, not to say that you need to have some young ones buck back or whatever. It's part of it. In that whole thing, we're all learning something. We're all adjoining. We're all sinking each other, good and bad. We're learning how to talk through things. Things that, you use in your everyday life. Things that we use in our locker room, we were able to take out of our own and use in our everyday life and communicate better and not be frustrated and let you go and hear your point and then hear it from your side. A lot of good points in what we did, man. Seriously.
Life things, too.
True growth. True growth when you really think about it, True growth.
Amazing. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Knox. Boudier out there with Robinson. And there's Porzingis. And it's money in at the point.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
And that nickname, the big ticket, it stuck, and it certainly fit. KG, you were the big ticket.
Lord knows I owe you for that one, man.
But you were the big ticket.
Where'd you get that from, man?
I don't even know.
Okay, man, listen.
Do you like, of all the nicknames you have, and you've got some,
yes.
But do you like that as well as any you got?
Listen, it has morphed now. I am the ticket. So
the ticket,
my friends come to me and they ask me, Tyronn Lue, he don't call me. He hasn't called me Kevin since you've been calling me the big ticket. Everybody calls me Ticket.
How about that?
All the young guys, I don't even think they know my name. It's no Ticket. Ticket. Hey, Tick. Right, so that's what it is.
You are the big ticket still. Now Irving, after the missed three from Monday. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Irving looking over the floor. Outside Tatum. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Tatum's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
And Kevin, what's it feel like when you hear you're one of the most dominant players of this generation? In a generation of great players.
That's weird to hear because you don't do anything by yourself.
Think of the names.
You know what, when you talk about stats and you talk about numbers, then you put them up against previous and your peers, then yeah. But you got to always give homage to coaching styles. You got to always give homage to organizations, other players. Players make this league. This is not something you do by yourself. You come in here, you put your work in, but the energy that you're able to get, the friendships, the bonds you're able to get in this. Now you have to give that to your teammates and your brothers that have helped you on the way.
You've always deferred. You've always said, thank you, but listen, look at this guy. Look at this coach.
It is, man. Seriously, man. I won MVP in 04, and it was more about the guys that I was playing with and our connection more than the award. I was kind of the symbol and the example of that team put together, and I hope that I was able to always be, the example of. I hope that I was able to always, have those guys to be proud of, what we all accomplished that year, because one person just don't come into that and do that. That's a team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Hayward comes in for Marcus Morris, and Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. Kevin, you think about having that killer instinct, that killer mentality. You go against a Kobe Bryant, he would tear your heart out, as you would his.
And you have to understand that we all recognize that about each other. Tim Duncan would be the same. Rasheed Wallace would be the same. I would think of Allen Iverson would be the same. Vince Carter would do the same. These are guys who, Trace McGrady, Chauncey Billups, these are all guys who kill O'Neal. These are all guys who don't care. And that's how it should be. And that's the game.
You can't be great unless you are, I don't think, can you?
I think you have to possess that killer instinct.
Jordan.
Man, listen, Michael Jordan was one of the darkest, seriously, Jordan could go into a place where he could go repetitive and he could go on talking to you. And the more he talked, I thought the better he got. And I thought the madder he got, the better he got. And the more upset and the more you didn't trap him, the more he was ticked off that you wasn't. Bro, there's a whole matrix to it. Like, seriously, this game is levels to it. And the ones that understand and have been in that understand what I'm talking about.
There's not a great player that hasn't been there.
No, because they understand that moment. When you got there, when you in that moment, you're just riding the wave. You're just going to ride it. Great ones know what I'm talking about.
Here's Money, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Money's got 15.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
35 seconds left to play here in the first. Rozier kicks to Smart. 6 to shoot. Now here's Tatum. Guarded close. That shot misses. New York leading by 11. The pass to Money. Jacks up a three. And Tatum pulls it down. Here's Rozier. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And so it's the New York Knicks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We've got more in store for you right after this. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his
2011. I came into a league where
some say Greg a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there today.
In that opening quarter, I don't know that you could ask for much more.
They've been simply outstanding, Greg, and let's see if they can build off this early lead.
Terry Rozier is out there with Dunn. Then it's Marcus Smart, and it's Hayward, and it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Lakers put on a show. He had 64 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while. And you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
I think that's the kind of game that carries over, and he'll have every chance to do it because I've got to believe he's their #1 option.
KG, you had so much success as a high school player. In fact, you were on the cover of Sports Illustrated. How about that, huh? How about I can see the picture in my mind's eye right now.
Kev, that fell in my lap, man. That wasn't something that I was striving for, but who doesn't want to be on the cover of anything? And nonetheless, that's I. And I was more than giddy-eyed and glitz or whatever you want to call it. Listen, very special moment for me. A lot of people don't know you have to get permission to be in certain neighborhoods, and we got permission to be in the neighborhood. We got the shooter right there in front of Farragut, which is very dear to me because of the transformation and the stuff that I have been through and where I was at. You know, I hold Farragut a very, 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 very special place in my heart. So it was important for me to have it on the cover.
And here's Irving after the three-pointer from Money. That one falls.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The 3-ball. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Kevin, your drive and attention to detail were phenomenal. How do you deal with rookies who were largely uninformed? They were maybe not as receptive to the attention to detail that the elite like you pursue.
Well, one of the things I would do if I saw a guy who wasn't as keen to detail as I was, I would pull him to the side. I would show him, some of the things I would see. I would get, some dialogue with him and what he was seeing, and then try to get him to see what I was seeing as far as the point I was making. And then, challenge him a little bit to be a little more present within certain things and then apply it. I don't believe in shouting. I don't believe in embarrassing someone. I like to always, grab some of the young guys because the young guys don't have all the confidence yet. So I'm trying to build confidence with the young guys.
Good point.
So
Good point.
When you get them one-on-one, you're able to, have an intimate conversation and they have full, they're engaged, they're talking to you.
Yes.
And that's what you want. So, with that, I've always found it better to go one-on-one to the side and find it to be a lot more efficient.
And so it's New York with it. Following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So it'll be Emmanuel Mudiay shooting. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Mudiay must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Here's Baines. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Chicago. A minute 50 left here in the second. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by New York. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And I was impressed with how comfortable they looked in that environment, made the most of their possessions.
They were extremely efficient, Greg. They ran their offense well and took good high percentage shots.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. And KG, I know you've got to run, but as always, you've always got a home here. Thanks for stopping by, and please come back.
Man, K-Hall, man, thank you. Thank 2K, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me through here, man. Anytime y'all need God, y'all let me know, man.
The best, Kevin Garnett. And always a special occasion to have KG with us, Doris, a guy who really brings it every time we speak with him.
Well, his enthusiasm is contagious. This guy is a leader on and off the court. There's a vibrancy, a joy that he brings that was key to his success as a player and how fun as a broadcaster.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Doris, you were the first female commentator to ever call a Knicks game on radio or television, and I imagine you remember that first broadcast very well.
I sure do, Kevin. It was against the Bucks. I filled in for the great Clyde Frazier, and the Knicks had just made it to the finals the year before, so it was exciting on a number of levels.
Williams, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Hayward comes in for Marcus Morris. Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Smart. No points in the game yet for him. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Celtics shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw. And no doubt Brad Stevens, one of the most respected young coaches in the NBA. Doris, he doesn't try to coach around foul trouble.
You know what I love about Brad Stevens is he's always trying to question the norm, meaning he doesn't want to do something simply because that's the way it's always been done. So just because a guy has 2 fouls doesn't mean he automatically takes them out. I like that kind of out-of-the-box thinking.
You're such a physical player. Williams has no off switch, which is how he gets these calls.
The first one falls. That one misses.
the edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Hits it from three-point range. Money's got 38 points.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
The Celtics shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game, and he can't get the first one.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Smooth sailing for New York. There's the triple. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
But it's not easy building a lead like this on the road, Greg, but they have been lights out throughout this game.
Hardaway with the steal. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A dominating first half of basketball. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
I don't think there's any question that that's an added bonus for this team, Greg. I'll be interested to see, can he keep it up in the second half?
And New York, looking at who they've got. Robinson is out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. And there's Porzingis, and there's Money. And it's Knox in at the 3. Commissioner Adam Silver recently said there's nothing magical about 82 games. Doris, what do you read into that?
I read nothing more than the leadership that Adam Silver is about, and seems to me that the NBA is one of the most proactive professional sports leagues in the world. And by that I mean, Kevin, they will evaluate every aspect of their business. If they believe it's advantageous to make change, then they will go to their competition committee, they will go to their ownership committees, they will make whatever change they believe is for the ultimate good of the game, and that's exactly what you hope for.
Personally, 82 games, in your opinion, what do you think?
You know what, Kevin, it can be a little bit of a grind, but there is money at stake, and obviously that's a difficult thing for owners to come up and over. The players would have to want to give some money back, so listen, 82 games is long, but what happens, I don't know.
And here is Irving, following the 3 from Money. Baines, yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Baines has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, after missing their first 3 shots, they finally get one to go in this half.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And it's Irving missing.
Not how they hope to start the second half, missing 4 of their first 5 here.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. While we have a quick chance here, let's now take a look at some point guards who have been dead on target from the floor over the course of the past 10 games. Well, you look at Money, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
And he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field.
And you have to keep in mind, a lot of those shots are coming from the perimeter. To have that kind of field goal percentage from the point guard spot is pretty amazing.
And so it's New York with it, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Cans it from downtown.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Now here's Tatum, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Shoots from the line. That one a little long.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Here's Money, covered by Irving. Money, again, what an avalanche! He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And Irving launches it from and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Well, it is all about the 3-ball nowadays in the NBA, and when he's hitting from there, it's going to make things very tough on the defense.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter. The things Kyrie Irving can do with the basketball are just jaw-dropping. Doris, a gifted ball handler.
Well, he will go down as one of the best dribblers to ever play the game. Creative, consistent, quick with every move. He is fun to watch, Kev. Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Kicks it to Brown. Outside Tatum. Pass to Brown. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Emmanuel Mudiay picks one up.
To me, this is Jaylen Brown at his best, right?
1:41 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Tatum passes to Irving. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, Irving has been in attack mode all night. This guy is comfortable from any spot on the floor.
They've got Kyrie Irving. Jason Tatum is out there with Marcus Smart. And it's Hayward. And it's Rozier in at the shooting guard. That's the Boston 5.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance. And it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And now racking up there, I can't believe I'm saying it, 71st victory of the season. Wow. Not something that happens often. What a ride it's been for this team.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Money.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Hayward. Williams comes in for Smart, and it's Dunn in for Irving. And the Celtics with possession here. Rozier with the ball. Dunn right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. And the shot is good.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
The clock now can just run out for the Knicks. Here's Money. Good. Another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Rozier, the pass to Baines. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Money. It's on. So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
So my old coach used to tell me about these sandwiches, and man, I feel like I could go for one of those right now, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sore.
Hey, AI. Guys in the studio have a few questions for you.
Oh, cool.
Right this way.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in a moment to speak with our post-game guest who's standing by on headset near the locker rooms.
Hey, this is Shaq. Hurrah! You've been beasting these last few games, and it's fun to watch. Anything you feel you've done differently to make this impact?
Anything. And that's going to do it for tonight.